Chicago, 2002 film based on a Broadway play by the same title. So it's the 1920s, the era of jazz and burlesque in the USA. Roxie, played by Renee Zellweger, is a wannabe star of the cabaret, and after her lover doesn't keep his promise of getting her a show, she murders him and goes to prison for it. There she meets Velma, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones, a formerly successful singer and performer, who not long ago killed her sister in a similar manner. And then a little bit later, a prominent lawyer known for defending women in their situation, Richard Gere, steps into the picture, and he works for them both. Now, I was approaching this movie quite reluctantly due to its nature as a musical. I'm not the biggest fan of the genre. Maybe it's weird because I can suspend my disbelief easily for aliens and time travel and superheroes, but when people burst into song and dance in the middle of the street every 5 minutes, that's usually when I check out. Notably, though, one of my favorite movies of all time is La La Land. I went to see it in theater 4 times. However, I think it comes down to the fact that La La Land is a bit atypical when it comes to being a musical. The songs are few and in between and don't dominate the runtime as much. They are also cleverly woven into the narrative, so it makes sense for them to be there. It doesn't feel random and out of place when someone just starts singing. And with Chicago, I would say that the film also does a really solid job at that marriage between the narrative and the music. The way it's done here is actually quite brilliant. The songs are presented almost as a secondary narrative, like a parallel little universe that we see through the eyes of the main character and occasionally other characters as well. And those songs are framed as a cabaret show, which, considering the story itself, just fits really, really well. It also made me think that I'm watching this unique hybrid of film where there was the standard dialogue and a live show with songs, dance numbers, entirely different sets that were designed to look like the burlesque clubs of that era. And I think that this balancing act between the two realities is the movie's biggest strength. And it stands on two things mainly. One, it's almost perfect editing. The cuts and transitions between the scenes are just superb. You always know what's going on, the dance numbers are shown in all their glory, and the skips between the music and the narrative are completely smooth. The other fundamental thing is the acting. Everybody involved in the film is just fantastic, particularly Zellweger and Zeta-Jones. And at the same time, all of the actors are clearly having loads of fun. Fun, especially in the stage show sequences, which makes it all the better. During the standard film scenes, they're more serious and realistic, as you would expect them to be. And then in the musical sections, they just go wild. And that makes those sections even better because they really do resemble a live performance that you're watching with the audience right there, not in front of a TV screen. There's other stuff that I could go on about, the lightning, the humor, the underlying commentary on show business, the character design. All of the people in the film are deeply flawed and thanks to that fact, believable. The sets, the costumes, the music itself, which I haven't really talked about. I mean, it's all brilliant, but I think if I kept going about this, I'd just be repeating myself over and over in my praise. And I wouldn't really be alone. The movie swept the awards season of 2002. It was nominated for 13 Academy Awards and won 6 of them. Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress for Zeta-Jones, Best Set Direction, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, and Best Sound, and was also nominated for Leading Actress, Zellweger, Supporting Actor, John C. Reilly, Another Supporting Actress, Queen Latifah, Director, Adapted Screenplay, Cinematography, and Original Song. And while I don't always agree with the Oscars, in this case, I think they got it right. The movie is just bloody fantastic.